2024 has been a crazy year for pro wrestling already. Vince McMahon leaving WWE for good, The Rock becoming a board member and almost taking Cody Rhodes' spot at WrestleMania, WWE pivoting and creating magic at WrestleMania in the form of Cody finishing his story, AEW showing the all-in footage, CM Punk getting injured in his first WWE match in 10 years. This year hasn't been short of monumental moments. However, the biggest headline has to be Raw moving to Netflix in 2025. Nobody saw it coming. WWE's flagship, and what many would call the A show, moving to a streaming platform was on nobody's bingo cards. With this move, WWE has got the fans excited, but we are left with more questions than answers. The product we are getting today could be a whole lot different on Netflix, and as long as it's close to the Attitude Era, then I'm all for it. So today, let's see what we can expect with WWE's move to Netflix right here on JR Slobberknocker. Let's get right into it. Raw has been on linear television for more than 30 years, and when WWE was trying to get a new TV rights deal for Raw, many predicted that it would land on a station owned by Warner Bros. Discovery. That would have been a major nightmare for our friend Tony Khan. But here's the deal. WWE has always been a trendsetter when it comes to pro wrestling. The company has always been at the forefront when it comes to trying something new, and 90% of the time it has done better than other wrestling promotions. WWE partnering up with Netflix and getting this massive deal worth $5 billion over the course of 10 years is mind-blowing. Apart from those green dollar bills, Raw moving on a streaming platform feels right in this day and age, and it is something that will change the game for pro wrestling forever. So let's get down to the real questions now. How is this going to affect the quality of Raw? Is the show going to remain PG, or can I get the good old days back in the form of shows that would be similar to the ones from the Attitude Era? Ever since the company moved to the PG rating, the quality of the shows dropped tremendously. Sure, appealing to a broader, family-friendly audience helped in producing shows that everyone enjoyed, and it helped the company make millions to their sponsors, but I cannot deny that many people stopped watching the product as it was way too cringy for them. If you have been keeping up with the shows lately, you know WWE has already planted the seeds of moving away from the PG rating. We saw Cody Rhodes bleed a few times this past year, and The Rock didn't hold back at all in his promo segments. All of this shows that we could be getting an edgier content on Netflix. However, I believe WWE won't be overdoing any of that stuff as it won't feel special after a while. The overuse of blood in AEW matches has taken away everything that made AEW special. Knowing how Triple H operates, I believe he would allow his stars to go for a blade job in matches like Hell in a Cell. Cody bled during the I Quit match against AJ Styles, and it was perfect in that setting. Plus, don't expect every superstar to throw F-bombs in a promo. That too would only be used when a feud becomes personal. Other than that, we also won't have to go through Netflix censoring expletives chanted by the live audience. A hot crowd adds a lot to the match or segment. It takes things to a whole new level, and the experience is just out of this world. If you watched Backlash this year, you know what I'm talking about. But the thing that not only frustrates me, but every single one of you too, is when the company has to censor some of the crowd's chants. Chants like holy shit and shut the fuck up get censored, and it bugs everyone. Furthermore, there have been several instances this year while the company even had to black out the entire screen just to prevent the viewer from seeing something explicit. It has been no secret that even the WWE executives are frustrated with the whole thing. Triple H made it clear on the Pat McAfee show that the company won't have to go through this headache on Netflix. If the crowd chants holy shit or something worse, they take the audio out. Sometimes they take the picture and the audio out and it's a black screen. The Rock comes in and you can't tell what The Rock what to do, he does what he does. We won't have those issues on Netflix. What about the ads? Nobody loves an ad when Sheamus is putting on a banger, right? I could see ad breaks not happening as Netflix is committed to providing an ad-free experience to its users. This would not only be great for the fans, but it would be great for the performers too. The company won't have to abruptly end the segment anymore, and we could see CM Punk demolish a superstar on the mic without any interruption. If there won't be any ads when Raw hits Netflix, then Raw going back to being a 2-hour show becomes a major possibility. Sitting through a 3-hour show can be tough. Yes, Triple H has made the most out of the 3 hours of an episode of Raw, but even the third hour of the show can feel tedious. You could argue that a 3-hour show allows more stars to be on TV, but if there are going to be no ad breaks in the future, then there's no need for the extra third hour. A concise but effective 2-hour Raw sounds great. So far, Raw on Netflix sounds great for us, but what if I told you that Raw could be moving away from Mondays? Raw has been a major Monday staple ever since its inception, and the fans have been conditioned to see Raw on Mondays. With Netflix now getting Raw, we could see Raw moving away from Monday to another night. Netflix could look into what night Raw suits the best, and it could very well make that change. On top of that, Nick Khan has also weighed in on this conversation and has made it clear that the company is open to moving Raw to a different night so that Raw can gain more viewers by avoiding stiff competition. With the company getting a whopping $500 million per year for Raw, we could see a bump in the production quality too. The production is the one thing that separates WWE from the competition, and by 2025, WWE will become a whole different animal. Lastly, with the amount of money WWE is getting paid, Netflix would want major stars on Raw. As of this moment, the two top guys in the company, Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns, are on SmackDown. I believe that one of those men is going to end up on Raw in 2025. Cody makes the most sense as he is a full-time performer and Roman isn't. The future of Raw looks intriguing, and WWE hasn't felt like this in ages. Raw was a mess in the past decade. Things have improved in the last couple of years, and they will only get better in 2025. So what do you guys think about Raw moving to Netflix? What do you think would change when Raw begins airing live on Netflix? Let us know in the comments below. You might also want to check out some of our other awesome videos on the channel. Make sure to subscribe to JR Slobberknocker for more.